gives a fuck about safety and how fast can you ride this motorcycle, because that's all that matters. One day I was riding and I'm like, dude, putting knee braces on just take way too much time. I'm just gonna put some knee guards on and just ride. And I rode, and about five laps in, I'm like, holy shit, man! Like I feel good. Like I feel lighter. I can feel the bike. I can move the bike at my knees because we have 30 to 40% of interior and exterior rotation. So if you take that out of the body, well, then you're limiting what's controlling and riding the bike at this. The bike doesn't go by itself, so the body has to do it. So if you want that motorcycle to work at its optimum, well, then you're dialing it in, balancing it in, and everything. And 2 pounds, 2 clicks, and 2 millimeters change that motorcycle. So if you're taking 30 to 40% of interior and exterior rotation of the knees from the body that's riding the motorcycle, and a very important part right at the seat level, well, you're going to limit your efficiency. You're going to limit what you could do. And so I started feeling that. And then I told my buddy, hey, dude, you got to try this. And he tried his knee pads, and he was blown away. And so that was my biggest thing, is like, man, I can't believe how good I feel. So everything that you want from a motorcycle, all the speed that you want to have in a race, all the consistency you want, and all the good finishes you want comes from a good feel. Nobody has ever been a champion, won a race, and been consistent, always feeling like shit. So everything that you need to come upon on the track needs to be met with the right technique and the right efficiency, especially the bikes now. It's not so much training right now. It's not about fitness. It's about precision, because these bikes are meant to be used. You got to use the bike, not override the bike, back in the two-stroke days. So then you go back, and I'm like, well, shit. All right, well, what about knees? If I go back 20 years since the knee brace has come out, every single person that has blown out their knee has had a knee brace on. So if the knee brace is so good, then why aren't we helping knees become stronger? And whatever you don't use, you lose. So whenever you immobilize a joint, and that joint doesn't have to be used properly, well, then it's going to become weaker. And then every knee brace starts to slide down. So now the pivot point is in the wrong place. So if every knee brace slides down a little bit and the pivot point is wrong, and then now you twist your knee, well, now maybe there's more of a leverage point that we're not looking at. So for me, that's all I was getting at. And then I told Glenn Goldenhoff, and I told a vet, and I told a kid, and I told a woman, and then Barsha, and all these guys started jumping on board, and Cooper Webb, and it's like, and they're like, dude, I can't believe how good I feel. It's like a new rider. So that's all I was saying. If I had a product that I was bringing out to sell or anything else, well, then you can say that I had, other reasons. But I'm just trying to tell the sport what I felt and what I think about it, because I'm the one that thinks outside the box and usually starts the chaos of everybody talking about stuff that nobody wants to talk about. So, boom. There you go.
Good explanation. Good explanation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of beliefs
Now
in
my arm's
there.
tired.
What's that?
I said, now my arm's tired. Hold this damn phone. So, all right. What was that? Good.
Rest easy. My turn. So there's a lot of things there I do agree with. I do agree motorbike riding is a feeling, but I believe a feeling becomes from presence, and presence isn't a skill that you can work on the bike. You work on that off the bike, whether it's meditating, whether it's reading, whatever it is. You want to be present in everyday life. That will transfer onto the bike so that you can focus solely on what you're doing. I don't think that's a skill necessarily that can be practiced on the bike. Things that can be worked on the bike are rhythm, timing, balance, depth perception. These are a range of skills that I believe make Jet so good, as you mentioned earlier on. When it gets back to the knee braces argument, for me, I work from a first principles basis. So this is something that Aristotle used in 384 BC. It's still used today by Elon Musk. But basically what it is you break a problem down to its most fundamental truths, what can't be avoided, what is most important, and build back up from there. Now, for me, when I look at motorcycling in a whole, the most fundamental truth that outweighs everything is avoiding injury where possible. Now, for me, or for anyone, the most common soft tissue injury is knees. 40% of injuries are knee injuries. And then you'll ask, well, how can we avoid that? There are proven studies that all show if you wear knee braces, you'll have less chance of injuring your knees, the soft tissue injuries. You have a 50% reduction in ACL injuries, and you'll have a 700% MCL reduction. All of this could be seen on the internet. There's studies on the IMBPD website and whatnot done by doctors. So that's clear. Number one is to avoid injury. I don't care how strong you are, how fit you are, how good your bike is, how good your mindset is. The minute you get injured, it's over, right? You become useless. You're out. The majority of monies that are lost are through injuries. The majority of championships are lost are through injuries. So you want to avoid this at all times possible. Everybody understands that. Knee braces will.
Oh shit. Hold on. Oh shit.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Now we're getting. Oh shit. There we go. Okay, sorry. I got scared because I'm not a technical dude. All this stuff came up. So yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. So number one is you want to reduce your injuries. You can do that by wearing knee braces. But then the second question is you don't want to reduce your performance. So then you ask, well, knee braces will make me safer. They can reduce my chance of injury, but will they slow me down? And that's where you can clearly look at whether it be, who have we got here? Jet Lawrence, Eli Tomac, Chase Sexton, Jeffrey Hurlings, Tim Geyser, Jorge Prado, Ken Roxon, Hayden Deegan, Ryan Villapoto, Ryan Dungey, James Stewart, RJ Hampshire. Is Austin still wearing them? And Jeremy Martin, Max Anstey. So you've got 17 of the top 20 all wear the knee braces. You're right. They've all got reduced chances of injury. So to me, that would say, on a first principles basis, I'm going to be safer wearing braces and it's not going to reduce my speed. Now, what I heard you say before, a common rebuttal is that knee guards are comfier or that what you brace makes you weaker. I'm going to push back on that one. And anybody here watching, pause this right now, type into the Google, does what you brace make you weaker? And within 0.37 seconds, there's 30 million results that say it's a common misconception that all bracing use will lead to the weakening of muscles is simply untrue. So that's a myth, that one. It doesn't make you weaker. That's not from me. That's from all the studies. And that's where I'm at, mate. I think it makes you safer. I think all the fastest riders in the world wear it. That's proven by science. That's proven by every Sunday. And I understand where you come from, but I don't believe bracing is the issue with that.
Okay. So first thing, if you name all these riders, one thing, they all grew up in the age of knee braces. They all started riding motocross, and the idea was to put knee braces on, just like the kids that were born in when the neck brace era came in. They were forced to wear neck braces. Now all of them take them off. So don't tell me that these guys choose to wear them. They just don't know. They just don't know. You know what I mean? So let me have a day with them, a week with them, and say, no, they've never. When you come into the sport, everybody's like, you got to put knee braces on. You got to put knee braces on. You got to put all these things on. It's mandatory, or it's kind of like it's just thought because that's what everybody's done. You get what I'm saying? They never had a chance to try different sides. So if I took them at a competition and said, hey, 1 week you ride with no knee braces on, I'll guarantee that they feel better. It's impossible not to. So that's the thing, is you can't say that these guys wear them because they choose. They were just born into the sport when the knee brace was forced on everybody, just like the kids that came into the sport and the neck brace was forced on them. And we lost so many good riders because of what the neck brace did to their technique. They couldn't go any faster. Their technique wouldn't allow it. So that whole idea is kind of, to me, throwing out the thing, because then you go back, okay, myself, McGrath, Carmichael, Villapoto, Stewart, Rick Johnson, Jeff Ward, Cincerello, who else has maybe already hurt their knees? Still have Dean Wilson, Christian Craig. Let's see. I could just keep naming.
It doesn't completely
hurt their knees. So hold on. So they all hurt their knees with knee braces on. So now we are both at a standpoint, right? A standpoint. You're all about this is safety. And I'm saying that it's not safety. We still get hurt. So that's why I go in the middle, is who gives a fuck about safety and how fast can you ride this motorcycle? Because that's all that matters. That's all that matters, is how fast you can ride this motorcycle and how good you feel in this motorcycle. Because if you don't, you were just done a very dangerous, expensive hobby done. Now, if you just want to do it for kicks and giggles, well, then, yeah, you make your choice and do whatever you want. I'm talking about the highest level of how you ride this motorcycle at the best. And I'm not talking about injury, because I don't give a shit about injury at that level. That level is about winning. And so you have to ride this motorcycle the most efficient you can. And without knee braces, you will do that. Now, do you have that confidence in yourself to be and do that? Well, that's up to the rider. But to go the fastest on the motorcycle, you can do it without knee braces. Done. Done. And that's all I'm getting at is if you want to feel the best on the motorcycle and go the fastest, well, then you need to make sure that body can work at its optimum. Done, and don't brace it. Okay. Now, if you want to think about safety and I'm scared and all this, well, man, then put all the braces you want on. Don't matter to me. I could care, you can fucking ride in a bubble.